Social media has been around for what seems like forever. So if you're in business, you probably should know all about it by now, right? Well, if I'm not right, don't worry. Lots of small business owners are still struggling to get to grips with social media marketing. And how to use it the best way so they get a real return on their investment. But because it seems like old hat, I find that lots of people nowadays don't want to ask what seems like obvious questions. Well, don't worry, I love answering questions. And to be honest, social media changes so rapidly that what seemed like an obvious question yesterday may not be an obvious question today. How about hashtags? Have you ever wanted to know what to do with them but were afraid to ask? So, what is a hashtag and how do you use them to boost your social media marketing so that you get a better return on investment? Well, a hashtag is this symbol and it's used online as a way to highlight a word or phrase, such as a search term. When you put a hashtag in front of a word or a phrase within a message on a social media platform, it tags the message with that word or phrase. This means that the message will appear in the results when people search for that particular hashtag. Think of it as a homing beacon. So, how about I give you 7 helpful tips on how to use hashtags for your social media marketing? Tip number 1: add the hashtag symbol in front of a word, or if you want to add it to a phrase, leave out the spaces and punctuations. For example, like this. Tip number 2: you can also use the hashtag symbol in front of a word that begins with a number, like 50 Shades of Grey. Tip number 3: don't string too many words together with a single hashtag, like this. Tip number 4: research your hashtags so that you don't accidentally use them in the wrong context. Tip number 5: using lots of hashtags in a single message is considered spam. Therefore, don't hashtag spam with hashtags. Tip number 6: to make phrases more readable, use capital letters, for example, like this. My last tip is about being fair with hashtags. Now, there's no sense in using a hashtag just because it's popular. So make sure your hashtags are relevant so that you get people to come to your content because they actually want to read what you're writing about as opposed to jumping on a popular hashtag bandwagon. Well, I hope you found these tips useful. If you want to find more tips about using social media, visit my website